Welcome. My name is Dennise Williams, your financial coach, and I'm joined by Dennise Francis Robinson, your creativity coach. Hi.
Hi. I was just doing a little something in my journal. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I love
Go
it. I love it. And
ahead.
okay, let's talk about journal. My journal is like, I started this journal in January, and I did this. Hold on. From our last training, so I did my
Oh
training
yes. Nice.
and looking at this was my income plan, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. So that was your symbol. So every time you look at that now, boom.
Yes,
All
yes,
of the processes are crystal. Nice.
yes. And
Nice.
and so the idea is that you are, working with a financial plan
Yeah.
and you are expressing it creatively,
Yes.
and you get what you are, what you invest in yourself as hiring us as coaches either together or separately is
Yeah, yeah.
because you are now reducing the anxiety. That is the purpose. You are now seeing something beautiful and know that is actually a plan for your life, right?
Yeah.
And so it's really exciting to
Yeah.
translate, in this module or this lesson, we'll be looking at, free writing and spontaneous painting to create your financial goals. Now, what I love about this idea, Dennise, is that the truth is financial goals touch every area of our life. When you write it, when you paint it, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you then breathe life into it because financial
Mm-hmm.
goals, hitting your financial goals, think about this. If you were to have, I don't know, two new clients a year, a month, or even a week or a day, depending on your business, doesn't that give you cash to go to the gym, to be, more,
More flexible.
have medical
More
checkups, preventative care for yourself, for your children. If you hit your financial goals, whether it's investing, whether it's building your business in another way, hiring team members to support you, right?
Yes.
Doesn't that help with personal goals? Because now, if you have a great team, you can afford a virtual assistant. Now you have time to spend with your kids. You have time to spend with your spouse. If you hit your financial goals and you get the clients that you need, that brings in the cash flow. Don't you have more time? Maybe you could hire a babysitter because you can go off and just
Mm-hmm.
drink a cup of coffee and have some
Mm-hmm.
me time. So for me, using creativity, my clients, right, who pay for financial coaching,
Mm-hmm.
and for your clients, Dennise, who pay for creativity coaching,
Yes.
they can blend self care, self love, and money. And think about it, Dennise. What is it to invest in one of your 4-week programs, right? And of course, if you've been following our uh, courses in this training, you have Denise's email address. You can reach out to Dennise, and she have a
Yes.
awesome 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 12 weeks,
Yeah.
as much as a 48-week program, as
Mhm.
well as I do. And so we
Yeah.
know you're ready to be in, with us. And for those of you who have already signed up as our clients, I want to say thank you. And we are
Mhm.
so honored to continue to
This
give you,
journey.
to continue to give you access to these modules so that, you can romance your money with creativity, reduce, the anxiety. Because one of the things though, Dennise, is I will tell you what I teach in
Mm-hmm.
my financial coaching
Mm-hmm.
is a concept called asset swapping, which
Mm-hmm.
is really listing everything you own. And then when you list everything as your financial coach, I help you to create a strategy for
Mm-hmm.
monetizing everything that you have. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
And that creates anxiety because would you believe clients are afraid to list everything they own? I've had clients who just they don't even want to list their art because they
Mm-hmm.
can't bother to go to the gallery to find out what the price
What?
is.
Yeah. What's the value of the work at this time?
Exactly. They,
Yeah.
they list it. It creates. I find that it creates a lot of emotions. So what do we do with all of these emotions? Well, creativity, as you can see behind me and
Yeah.
behind you, Denise, I would say to them, you're my client, and your
Mm-hmm.
job, you work with me. My job is to get you some more cash. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
why not become Denise's client as well and
Mm-hmm.
use creativity to unlock
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that other side of your brain
Yeah. Yeah.
so that
When you have a whole brain, processing is so much better than just half. you know, and so to me that is a simple reason why, yes, jumping, to do some of these creative processes in order
absolutely,
to fill out the picture, to become whole, to
that's
be
right,
more of you. You
that's
know,
right,
who wouldn't
that's
want
right.
that?
Now, you're building a money map, and it's a heart centered approach because it makes no sense. I give you training in real estate, a training in, the investment world, and these different levels of training, and you are riddled with anxiety, simply riddled. Okay, another thing we do in, with my paid clients is we work through self-sabotage, and I
Hmm.
find that art is one of the most peaceful ways to
Yeah.
come to some sort of understanding with your
Mhm.
self-sabotage behavior.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so in creating a heart centered approach to money, now it's more aligned to self care. It's
Yes.
more aligned to your your values and what you believe, but
Mm-hmm.
it is also aligned with taking action.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I find that persons who don't want to, they want financial coaching, but they're not ready to pay for the service, and they're
Yeah.
not ready to make a change. They also resist art. They're
Yeah.
not ready
Yeah.
because they're not paying for a creativity coach,
Mhm.
and then they're not going to do the creativity assignment. So I just
Yes.
want to say thank you to everyone who's with us in this module and who we are serving and sending love. Yes, excellent, awesome
Yes.
vibes. And so then I want to just hand over to you for our next exciting installment of this heart-centered journey. All
Yeah. All right. So we're looking at goals, and I just want to remind everyone that every time you're going to step into that creative space, you want to just take a little time, and I always use the little time to do some extra breath work, to get the focus going. And in that little moment, you can just feel a shift. Just feel the energy just moving from the head, dropping down into the stomach and out the legs, and just feel that relaxation as you do your breathing. You relax your shoulders, you feel that relaxation in your face. Even think of even your pores, as like little lungs filling up and sending out. So we can just do the three breaths as usual. That's in for 4 and out for 4 and in for 4 and out for 4 and in for 4 and out. And just feel that energy is running, and that in itself is a shift. And that's what these creative nudges, I like to call them nudges, because they're a lot more expanded. When you come into the class with me, or in the sessions with me, if you haven't signed up as yet, but you'll find that these ideas are a lot fuller and offer you
right.
so much more. But there's just so much we can do in this 15
Well,
20
I
minutes.
can tell you, having, taken your classes and have been a paid client, I can know that I love having that glass of wine and the incense. I've run out and I need to go and get some more incense before your next
Session.
cohort of
Yes.
classes of
Yes.
students. incense, candles, a glass of wine. I mean,
Yeah.
what more can
Yes.
I ask for creativity? And of course, any assignment you give the class, I turn it into a money plan.
Well, we are who we are, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
that's and that's okay. That's the big thing about the creativity, the live creative light heart classes. Everybody's welcome wherever you are, however you are. All is accepted. So today, now we want to look at looking at some free writing and goals. And again, the free writing really is just a process that you want to use to just download whatever is going on in your head. You're stepping through that little space into that space where um, there's so many ideas. You're filled with ideas. You're filled with other things, and so based on the word, goals, you want to start a little bit of writing. Now, when you're writing, it's not about the editing, as I was sharing in another module. You don't edit, you don't, correct your spelling and all of that. You really just tap into whatever the internal dialogue is and just allow yourself to just keep writing. At first, it might not make much sense, but if you allow yourself that 3-4 minutes of just keeping that pen on the paper and just keep writing exactly what occurs for you, and of course, if you feel like going on a little bit longer, that's fine too. There's no hard and fast written in stone thing here. So you do that, and then what comes up is what is going to inspire you now to make your new marks, make your new symbols, make your new signs, maybe even use some of the words. You have these posters, sometimes a beautiful poster, lovely painting or picture, and then there's a line of quotation. You can build up your own quotation around your goals. And this process of just letting go and allowing, it actually bypasses that logical mind, that says, well, if you do this, then you'll have to do that. And it's always trying to rationalize. Here in the free writing, it is non-judgment space. It's a space of creativity. So ideas will emerge that are totally foreign to you, or might be new insights about other ideas that you've had before. And once that comes up, then you find that shift or that expansion occurs, and you are ready now to step out into a new space. But the new space for us is after you do your writing, then you start to respond to that. So what I have here, and I just made a quick little swirl. When I thought of goals, I thought of target, and then I thought of, the target, the bullseye. And so I just quickly just grabbed my orange paint and just created that. 2 circles with a little dot in the center. Now, you might say, well, what is that? Just two, yes, it's a target, it's a bullseye. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start to dwell on the idea of targets. I have already done my free writing, which, as I said, is just a few moments, a few minutes of you writing from a stream of consciousness, no editing, and see what comes up. So the word target maybe comes through, and so with that, I start to make this symbol of a target. But with this spontaneous painting and free writing combo, what you can do is put them together, and then you can start writing into your design. Grab a marker, grab a pen, and then you start to write some of the ideas that are already floating through for you around your goal setting, and hitting your targets. And every time you open up your journal, or you look at some, not type, printing paper,
Yes.
where I keep saying typing paper, then it will then bring that focus, those goals into your focus, into your sight lines. And so you'll find that that's a good stepping stone for you. what you
Can
wanted
I
to
say?
share.
Yeah, let me tell you. Then you so funny. You did Target, so and a bull's eye, something circular. So while you were presenting,
Yeah,
I got tape, this roll of tape,
yeah.
and then I got my staple.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I got my favorite old used envelope because
Exactly.
clearly that
You don't need
right.
to go buying any
That's
art.
what I did.
Blah. There you go. Yes.
Okay, so I
Somebody
mean,
planned this.
what?
There was no plan.
Yeah, what came to me actually was sun. For me it's like, what is it that I want to, there's goals, right? And
Yes.
we already talked about how we treat our clients, right? So with my financial clients, I introduce them to creativity to reduce anxiety, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
for me and my personal goal, I want to shine light on areas
Ah,
of my life
ah,
that perhaps are in the dark, And
yes.
right
Yes.
now, and of course, perhaps this program is what's inspiring me. I have just gone through a burst of
No,
creativity
yes.
and drawing, but it is all because this behind me, Denise, believe it or not, is
Ah,
my 2023 financial plan.
with a mandala. Perfect. Because
But you're right.
mandalas mandalas represent the totality of all things. And this is
Yeah,
historically, culturally, across the
yes,
world. That is the essence of what a mandala is. A lot of people are coloring and making mandalas now. And hey, guess what? Whenever you're embodying a mandala, it is about all things and you being at the center. And
yeah.
how powerful is that?
And that's why I'm saying the spontaneity of writing your goals means the anxiety, because goal setting and goal planning. Listen, if you're a corporate warrior, there is nothing more gut wrenching than the annual strategy that you have to write for the company.
Okay.
And so, why do you want to go home and do that for yourself? It's not fun. We've made it fun. We've made
Yes.
it fun. I couldn't give this to the CEO
Oh
and I
no.
couldn't present this to my staff, but I can do for me.
For yourself, exactly. And that's what we want to emphasize. When you do these creative action activities, rather, it's really about opening up and going into self, because we're much greater than we realize. And the ideas, the inspiration, the newness of whatever we want to bring something new to, it's inside of you. Everything around us is a creation. It's a creation. Some
Yeah.
thought of it,
And
dwell on it. There was an intention, and then there was a desire and intention met. Desire and intention
exactly.
was united. And so we take this action of creating mandalas, or some abstract images, or with my wings above my head, things like that. When I do that, I remember, when I look at my wings, it's right above my head. I remember that I have that power to soar.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and just that, it makes me smile, it makes me feel happy. And what's happening with that law of attraction? What am I doing? I'm pulling in that similar energy, the lightness, the loftiness, the rising above, seeing beyond, all of those things, what the wings is bringing up for me.
Yeah. So I did, well, of course, I'm not going to let you see the road, but I did my
Yeah.
free writing. And one
Yes.
of the things that also came up is this is moi, right?
Oh,
And I have found that if I'm starting also as part of my goal setting, the free writing, and what I'm also encouraging, my clients who sign up to work with me, is to find, like in my high school, oh my goodness, the Jerry curve, and to find
yes.
your younger self.
Yes.
And when you're goal setting for, especially a lot of us have gotten away from some of the dreams we had when we were younger. And
Yeah.
so we don't enjoy financial planning because now it's about debt, retirement, it's not about, what did, I need to remember what she wanted, right? in high
Yes.
school? What does she want?
Yes. And you can
Could I,
reset. You can push
yeah,
the reset button.
yeah. So could I create a goal for her? A lot of times I'm
She's
coming
still
back.
there.
Exactly. Asset swapping, when you list everything in your house, from your knife and forks, shower curtains, art, clothes, everything you own,
Mm-hmm.
I find that as a financial planning, you can see how far you came from her, right? You get to
Yeah.
see how far you are, and whatever you need to release at
Mm-hmm.
whatever price, you're not prideful, because now you would have seen all that you've accumulated over the years, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you clearly have moved forward from here, right? And
Mm-hmm.
what you've accumulated over the years, it is easier to just put an ad in the classified section of the paper, hold a garage sale, and say, "Look here, buy, buy."
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
release
Yeah.
some cash
Yeah.
and cover your adult bills, right?
Yeah.
Also, you could have some free cash to take it. What did she want? I'm really trying to remember what the goals were.
Yeah.
Because when you release the cash, 'cause remember, all of this is creativity to cash flow. So when
Mm-hmm.
you release the cash, you can deal with your adult responsibilities, deal with what you remember as fun. It also then, because asset swapping is is how we start a lot of the coaching, because people have a lot of trapped cash. But for women entrepreneurs who are growing and going forward, getting more cash, new sources of cash, it also, when you're free writing about your goals and you do a spontaneous painting. So, for example, you did the targets. If you don't, I don't need to show it again. You
Yes.
did the target. What's your
I
target? You know what I'm
filled in.
saying?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your target? Is your target, so your upcoming light heart coaching program, is your target 10 solid customers
Right.
every week? If
Yes.
that's the case,
Mm-hmm.
what baggage, maybe the goal is to release some, baggage, so that
Mm-hmm.
you can invite in new customers. That's
Yes.
my premise.
Yeah.
That's what I'm shining light on.
Yes. Yes. And
And
that sun brought all of that into the light,
yeah,
into person.
spontaneously. Yeah.
Yes. And so,
So then,
and so it's as easy as that, that's the thing, you spend a little time writing, then you just take your brush and you move it around, and the clarity just jumps, it just
yeah,
makes itself, brings
exactly.
itself to life.
Exactly. So then, I just want to
Hmm.
thank you for this module. I'll see you again in the next one. And I am putting up our email addresses for persons who are ready to become clients. And for those of you who have signed up already, thank you. We are
Yeah,
ready to
so great.
serve, and we are going to give you, such a journey, an awesome journey into self. So then, thank you so much.
Bless you, you're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.